it's for moments like this that I'm out here doing it at this time of the year for. That is a lovely, lovely carp. Yes. Oh, wow. Can't believe the barrow's loaded and I'm about to head off, but wow. Once more, I'm drowning in fishing tackle. This time of the year, more so than any other time, it is the time to have a bit of a spring clean, bit of a sort out, a bit of a prep ready for the good months ahead. And it's just a bit of a morale booster. It's like I said, you're in direct contact with the stuff that you love the most, your fishing tackle. And a lot of people laugh at me when they see me doing this week in, week out. They're like, oh, what are you doing? You sorted your gear out last week. A lot of anglers still haven't got to this stage of preparing their gear. You're out there and you're picking them off nice and early. And I want to be the angler who's out there first. I don't want to be tipping up once it's already had a bit of a battering. You know, lots of line pressure, lots of bait already going in. I want to be one of those first anglers on the water to really get the most out of that early spring period. Tonight, I'm going fishing. An opportunity came up to go fishing with Ollie, something that I'll never turn down, don't get to do enough of in the last few years, so I just grabbed it with both arms. And we're going to head off and, like I say, go and meet up in the Cotswolds and do a little bit of fishing together. We haven't got long, even though the weather's absolutely diabolical. I'd still rather be out with Ollie together on the bank, having a brew and trying to catch a winter carp. Getting a few liners. Wow. That's the magic of fishing. Didn't think I was catching. Yeah, I've got one. Yeah, about 7 o'clock this morning, I had a take. I'd had a few liners for about an hour and a half before that. And yeah, caught a small one, but a really nice one. And yeah, this could well be the second one. It's middle of February now, and a lot of my January I've spent blanking. It's difficult, really difficult. I'm really happy to have had a second bite, especially considering we've got all today and tonight basically fishing next to each other. Have a good social, good catch up, good food, light a fire, and yeah, make plans for the year ahead. And yeah, hopefully over the course of this sort of first session for us, get a few late winter, early spring carp. This is a lovely one, perfect zip linear. I didn't think it'd be this good, bruv. I didn't think we'd have nicked a couple of bites already.
Fair play, mate.
Getting here last night, we'd done our laps, saw nothing, and we didn't expect to. Nah, not with it being so clear and so shallow, but you know, you still look around, didn't hear any, didn't see anything. And then got that goddamn bait boat out, drove it around everywhere, and all I could see was bananas. Like the whole lake was just like chopped, and it didn't feel right. But yeah.
The mad thing is, like, I thought they'd be in the middle, but like your bites have both come.
They've come in deep water. They've come in like 8-9 foot, but in the edge, so just a deep margin. But yeah, I give up on the boat in the end. I saw literally tens of thousands of fish. I was like, this can't be real, and just went back to good old fashioned. Where's the biggest snag?
Yeah.
Where's
Works everywhere.
I
wasn't interested in the fish symbols, I just wanted to get it out in the middle with a little bit of bait over the top, which at 2 o'clock in the morning was much easier with the boat than getting a pole out. So.
Great start. Let's have a little look at them. We've not really had a brew yet. It's all been a bit frantic, a bit hectic, but yeah.
Good way to start the day,
It is a good way. It's a sick one, isn't it? So this is actually my first carp of the year up.
What a lovely carp. So that was your first one, man.
I'll be honest, I did catch one a few weekends ago, live bait fishing. Like
I saw that.
Yeah, small common, but you can't really count it. This is the first one by design. The scouts are mad, aren't they? Really mad. God, I can feel it on my hands though.
It's cold,
Like, yeah, it is so cold. They're gone, mate. They've been rubbing along the bottom for decades. Isn't it? That's mad. And the second carp of 2025 is a great.
I think it's better than the first one.
It is better than the first one.
And that's saying something.
And the second bite of the morning, yeah, absolutely made up. Really am. Fishing. Both Ollie and I are well under the weather, feeling proper poorly. And yeah, this is completely blown it all away. I feel fine all of a sudden. We're going to go regroup now, come up with a proper plan, because last night was really rushed. Try and monopolise on what we've learnt so far, sort of hone in a bit tighter maybe on those areas that have done the bites. And yeah, have a lovely time. Kick back once the rods are out, have a few brews, and I'm pretty confident now that there'll be another couple of bites to be had. Lovely times, bruv. We're now middle of February and I did not expect it to be quite as prolific as this. Oh, that's a snag. Probably do with a waders here.
Just for reference, you would have definitely got it back down the margin, but this is Alan Blair.
Happy February!
That's a better one.
That is a better one.
Yeah.
That's a Bramble special, mate.
Well, that's a trio very cool carp this morning, mate, isn't it?
Mad morning.
Yeah.
Absolutely mad morning.
All different and all special.
So nice going somewhere where when you do get a bite, you don't know what you're going to reel in. It is one of them venues, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. And it could be something really special, couldn't it? Yes, coffee time.
Yeah, very much overdue.
Oh, mate, well, it's been a busy morning, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
3 lovely carp, mate. Well done.
Somewhat unexpected. It was so cold last night and in the days leading up to it.
I wasn't really very confident, I've got to admit. I mean, it's not freezing, is it? It's like 3 degrees, 4 degrees.
Yeah.
Chilly, but yeah, it's a bit overcast. And I think if the sun was out, I would have felt more confident. But yeah, you made it happen.
Interestingly, when Steve and Ollie come around, they said about most of the bites coming out of zigs. I am going to prepare a couple this afternoon.
The water's clear enough, isn't it? I almost considered it. I've kind of gone all out on the maggot and citrus approach, but I feel like maybe I should have a zig out as well. There's a lot of water that we're not sort of covering.
A lot of water we're not covering and they're not moving.
No.
So we need to land on them.
Yeah, that's what
with
I mean.
something bright citrus, or the wriggling maggots, or yeah, something right up in their face, a little zig. I'm going to redo them again. I know we've not long done them after those 3 bites, but yeah, I just think at this time of the year, if you haven't had one maybe within 2 or 3 hours, what's the harm in? It keeps us active as well. I'm cold.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
just moving around, changing the rods, changing a few things up. I'm glad I stayed put. I really wanted to fish that bottom bank. And to be honest...
Well, we both said last night, didn't we? We come for a social. We really had to fish this swim, didn't we? Otherwise it wouldn't have been a social trip. This is the only swim that kind of offers us a little bit of
comfort and space, and it might
access to the
I might not get another chance hole for months, bruv, to get out with you. So yeah, as much as I feel as an angler the right and proper thing to do would be to fish that bottom bank. You can fish the pole, don't need to use the bait boat. It's we would always opt to fish close range.
Yeah.
Why make it hard for ourselves, kind of thing. But I'm actually glad I'm here. We've got a fire pit behind us. Everything's all set up. Why move now, kind of thing. And yeah, we can just work together. But yeah, have a brew, redo the rods, prep a bit of bait.
Chill out. Well,
lovely time.
Warm up.
Yeah. few hours have passed really quietly. Ollie's just re-gearing a rod at the moment. I'm going to use this opportunity to tie some fresh rigs. The rig I caught all three of the fish on, a real short Mag Aligna, 15-pound arm link, but it's not a multi-rig. Because it's not a multi-rig, it means I can't change the hook. And in two of the instances, and on one of the sort of recasts, yeah, I weren't totally happy with the point. Now, with a multi-rig normally I could just change it dead quickly. I can't with a Mag Aligna, so I'm going to prepare a couple with the hope that there are a couple more bites on the card. Definitely felt like a lot of activity in the morning and then a very, very quiet day. But yeah, just keeping it really simple. Crushing the barbs. Steve's got a barbless rule there. I just didn't have any barbless hooks with me, but if you take a Leatherman's, you really squeeze that area around the point, it literally makes it into a barbless hook. And I've got a size 8 here. Wouldn't want anything bigger. I'm only putting sort of 3 real maggots onto the shank. But yeah, it's just a dead simple way to fish maggots. There's so many ways you can do it with clips. You can glue them onto things and you can thread them onto bits of cotton. All are quite faff and quite complex and tricky to tie. With this, I'm literally whipping the knotless knot onto the shank, you know, going up like 7, 8 times, back over a couple of times, down through the eye, giving it a real tight pull, removing this tag end, and then it's just a simple case of taking a pointed needle, an imitation maggot. I don't get too fancy here. The actual rig itself, I think the braid's supposed to exit a specific point. I'm using it more as a sort of an extension of what is already a long shank pattern. So just an extended kicker really. And because this particular venue has a lot of crayfish inside. If I didn't have this artificial maggot there and they come in and they take the 3 or 4 real maggots off the hook, then I'm not fishing. And it's really important, of course, at all times where we're actually presenting a hook bait that is accessible to the carp. So I've literally threaded that down the needle, wet the braid, just allows me to pull this rubber maggot on a lot easier. Slide that down, slide it all the way down to the eye, and then I like to line it up. These particular maggots that we do, they're as real as we could possibly make them. They've got little kinks and bends and ribs, and I like to try and line it up nice and straight so it comes off the back of the claw long shank. Pop it over the eye itself. It can be a tad tricky, but once you've got it on, I just tease the rest up the shank, just like that. Dead simple. I'm also dropping the bait directly over the top of the rig. When I release the door on the bait boat, I'm basically got a big arc back on the rod and I'm letting it follow right through. So the lead's basically, well, in my head anyway, falling directly down in the water, and that sort of pinch of citrus flake and pellet and stick mix, that's falling directly over the top, plus the few maggots I'm putting in the bait boat. So yeah, nice short rig, heavy lead, fluorocarbon leader. Just gonna add a couple of tiny little bits of putty. Real inconspicuous, flat inline lead, true pure fluorocarbon leader, and then just this short arm link, hook link, much like with a tiger nut, or even boilies to a lesser or greater degree, or pop-ups. I do like to get a few in my hand, have a look at them, look for the biggest one, the juiciest one. You know, you're not match fishing here with very fine wire hooks. The hooks have substance, they're strong, they're designed to land massive carp. So they're really a tad thick in the wire for maggot fishing, but if you select the nice juicy maggots and just nick them through the end, you can retain all that movement. And like I say, when that goes down on the bottom, it's really subtle. A few maggots over the top, a little bit of citrus, and yeah, it's what's done the 3 bites so far.
Good, isn't it? That's what social fishing is all about. It actually takes half the pressure off. Only got to catch half as many, ain't you? And when you've got a partner as capable as that, then you know, makes life a bit easy, doesn't it? Rather, it's always nice fishing with friends. I always feel much less pressure than more pressure. enjoy it.
That really wasn't long after a redrop, maybe an hour. Long enough for us to get the fire started. It's been a quiet daytime period, really. Thanks, bro.
Just see a flash of sails.
You see all it, wouldn't they bend and flex?
Nice. Oh, look at that.
Wow. Oh, he's got some carp, hasn't he? He's got some carp, he's a boy.
Hello, mate.
How's that fire looking?
Looking good.
I was just saying, I just
right.
ended up putting loads of wood on. You think we need to take loads of wood off? And
It's
I'm
going
like,
nicely now.
another one that likes a little sprinkling of maggots. I bet he lives under that tree. You reckon? I reckon he does. All winter he's lived under that tree. Yeah, mad colours. It was sick, mate. And then woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like some almighty church bells going. Oh, where am I?
Oh, mate. Another Alan Blair adventure.
I like the buzz of going out and not going to Hampton, but speaking to so many people the next day at a fishing show. And I've been out the night before.
Yeah, I must
really
admit,
like it.
Yeah,
like,
I must admit, when we rock up to the show and we've been fresh off the bank the night before, there's always a bit of extra kudos in there when people are like, you've actually been fishing?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, of course I've been
yeah, kudos, and like, you're there preaching, this is the best rig, this is the best bait, this is the best rod to use, this is not so much, but you know what I mean, you are there kind of, and yeah, to have that, like, right, I can back it because last night X, Y and Z happened, yeah, he's nice. What are we going to prepare here?
a bit of boiled ham.
A decent, thick cut, isn't it?
It's really thick, yeah.
If you had to choose, bacon or sausages?
Bacon.
Would ya? So would Chloe.
Yeah.
I'd 100% go for sausages.
Nah, bacon, but I definitely would never buy thick cut bacon like that.
Okay then,
It's not
smoked or unsmoked?
Smoked.
Opposites attract though, that's what we get on, mate. Like, you know what I mean?
I'll have a scaly carp though.
Yeah, me too. They haven't turned up this morning.
Nah, it's quiet, isn't it? I've not seen anything. I've not had any liners.
I just jumped up then, but there's two coots.
Yeah, I saw him swim off as you went and had a look. So what are we going to do?
I'm going to ride it out, have some food, ride it out, redo a couple of them because I felt the bites yesterday, they hadn't all been out there for prolonged periods of time.
No, they came quickly, didn't they?
Yeah, so I'm going to redo a couple of rods, fishing for an hour, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours, which will take me to just after lunch. And then I'm going to go for a wander, mate. You're going to go over on the house. I'd like to come with you, maybe for the last hour of the day or whatever.
Well, to be fair, Al, you know, it's you've put a bit of bait in the house lake, but because I haven't caught anything, I'm going to go and jump over there.
No, good for you. Yeah, I went and put out yesterday, like, probably half a kilo, 12 millers, can of corn, some flake, just a bucket of citrus goodness, 2 areas. But when I was doing that, that's when I saw a fish up in the water, like literally like breaching the surface.
Is that what made you put the zigs on?
Yeah, that's what made me put a zig into that zone. And I just think, you know, the conditions are very similar to yesterday. There's no wind. I'm just going to load the barrow up and do a couple of laps. I'm cold now.
Really cold.
I really feel for them.
It would have been much more appropriate to be chopping up grapefruit and mango on a sunny morning, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I'm looking forward to, Al. I still love coming fishing at this time of the year, but really I want it to be like end of March, start of April, May, when it's good.
Yeah. What have you got on then?
Not a huge amount, mate, to be honest.
No, me neither.
A lot of shows, so because I'm jumping on the plane and travelling to the shows. I'm always doing a bit of fishing. Back in England, don't really know, mate. I've got 301 days to wait until Kev will let me back on his new lake. That's like right. That's pretty much what I'm looking forward to. It's so funny last night sitting around the fire and we were talking about the full moon, and it was actually the full moon last night. And I was like, so has anyone got that app thing? Has anyone got? One of the lads downloaded it, and the fishing efficiency for last night was at 100%. And I remember over the years with you being like, because I've not ever had it, like, but I'd sometimes go, oh, quickly have a look. I'll quickly have a look. And you'd go, you don't want to know. And it'd be like, 26% or whatever. But
and then we'd catch one.
And we'd still go and catch one. You still make it happen. Like, and then last night it was like 100%. And I was just like, oh my God, I've caught 4 yesterday morning. It's going to be amazing. And then, love it.
And that's why I no longer have it on my phone.
And that is why you're better off going fishing rather than using an app to tell you to go fishing.
Absolutely. Technology's all well and good, but...
Oh, I haven't moaned about the bait, mate. It's been a right touch to get it onto the...
Oh, absolutely.
I wouldn't want to be shipping out all that way.
Like. No. I mean, I had a choice to make. You know, I could quite happily have fished the bushwhacker to the spots that I'm fishing, but...
I absolutely don't think they like it, bro. I think you're way better on the bushwhacker. Just
agreed.
Even in 10 foot of water, I bet you, like when I get over the top of them, they just bolt. They just bolt. Whereas with the pole, you can just like discreetly ship it out.
Yeah, well, I should be trying that very shortly.
Yeah, you can have a mission round that way. Slices of that.
Yeah, I'll have 4 slices on my plate.
Oh, it is definitely time to redo those rods. No bites now, really quiet. And at this time of the year, when they're not moving around loads, I need to try and G them up, get them excited. And sometimes bait can help. I'm not gonna go mental, it's tiny little amounts. Just a few 2mm pellet. That first bit was pure stick mix. That's what's gonna make up the bulk of the mix. And then a little bit of flake, but not the big bits that are inside the flake. I'm gonna go right to the bottom of the bag here for that real crumb and stuff. There's a few bigger morsels in there, but a little bit of that. And then this, I've nearly gone through a whole pot now. They've clearly liked it, but the mussel blend, it's completely fresh. It's been cooked inside there, retorted in there. So yeah, pure green lip mussel, and just give it a good mix around. When I show you the contents of this, there's literally about a handful in here, and that'll be enough for me to do 3 rods. It'll fall down through the water, you know, dropping it from the boat, but it'll be the same as if I was using the pole at shorter range. It'll come out of the spoon, it'll come out of the boat, a few maggots as well, and just cloud up the water, leaving small particles of food in and around where the rig itself is. Just going to spruce up the maggots as well, give them a further a boost in attraction. Just 1 or 2 drops, no more, of the pure citrus oil. I'm going to put it into the cap just so I don't go too crazy, and then just slowly tip it until literally a drop comes out. Perfect. You really don't need much. Lasts you forever. And then some of this, you can go a bit heavier on this. This is the extract. Give them a good dusting. Absolutely lovely stuff. And again, 1 big shake. And there'll be 3 of them on the hook. Little handful in the dropper for the bait boat. Hopefully we can nick another bite. All my bites have come from just fishing close to the woodwork, which is just a fantastic tactic, especially in this sort of late winter, early spring period. They're still freezing cold, they're looking for cover, warmth, sanctuary really. I don't believe there's loads of fish over there, but there might be a few. And I'm just going to drop a tiny little bit of bait. There's been no sort of mass baiting, ½ kilo or even 1 kilo over there to try and get something going. It's like nick a bite. Every fish is a massive bonus at this time of the year. Right, that's just pinged up on the Echo now. See a bit of woodwork down on the bottom. And this lean back on the rod, it also allows me to try and get that lead to drop truer in the water, directly over where those maggots and that citrus flake and stick mix are. That's about perfect. That's it, we can get the boat back, get this braid sunk down. It has gone from a social session to a solo session. Ollie's had to disappear, he's really not feeling well. Neither of us are great. He wouldn't listen to me, and I was like, drink some honey and lemon. But no, he's laid in his bed most of the morning, just about managed to get up for a bite to eat. We had a bacon sandwich together. He's really not feeling well. Me on the other hand, I'm gonna dig deep, I'm gonna go for a couple of laps. I'm gonna stick these zig rods on. Everything's packed up in this swim, everything's back in the motor. And I'm going to do what I would do at this time of the year when it's really difficult, when I've not caught anything now for a period of time. Go searching, go look for them, get up some trees, get the glasses on, and just drop some zigs in and around different areas to try and nick one final bite. If I don't do that on the amazing Bramble Mere, I'll be super glad of the 4 I have caught, and I will just jump onto Steve's house lake for the final hour. You never know, there might be a quick bite to be had there. But for now, I'm going to stay on my toes, get myself warm again, and go see if we can find some carp. You just can't predict fishing sometimes. Ollie's literally just left. I was just getting a barrel sorted. I was going to go do a couple of laps. And yeah, it's gone. Definitely shouldn't be moving now, but I'm so cold. I quite fancy getting around the lake a little bit. This is what it's all about, getting out, even when conditions are anything but favourable. Even when you go through a period of catching nothing, you know, I could say 20 odd hours blanking now, just staying motivated, staying positive. It's for moments like this that I'm out here doing it at this time of the year for. That is a lovely, lovely carp. Yes. Oh, wow. Can't believe the barrow's loaded and I'm about to head off, but yeah, we've literally only got a couple of hours of the day left. I'm gonna do the photos, take this swim as an absolute blessing for what it's given us, and go and have a little final adventure. Wow. What a mega carp. That's what the Cotswolds are all about. Specifically Bramble Mere, high grade carp. Kind of a shame I've loaded the barrow, but yeah, like I say, I am going to go and stretch my legs, see a bit more of the lake. Just go exploring. Oh man, what a carp. And that right there is why you come to Bramble Mere angling. What a carp. Session's been amazing. It was just so good to hook up with Ollie, spend some time with him. Shame he's really poorly and had to disappear, but yeah, it was nice to get out, do a bit of carp fishing together, talk about the sort of season ahead, make some plans, and yeah, get a few fish. It's not an easy time of the year, this February, March period. They're still coming out of hibernation. This fish had plenty of leeches on it, but if you're out there, you always stand a chance. Pick the right venue, go with a friend, plenty of warm clothes, make sure you've got some bright singles with you, some super high track citrus. Don't forget the zigs, or in our instance on this trip, maggots have performed really well, that sort of bright visual and movement that they bring to the party. Yeah, I'm gonna get on the move now, barrow's loaded, say goodbye to this swim and this amazing carp, stay on my toes for the last couple of hours. I thought there was 2 then for a second. It's worth an hour. I'm going to give it an hour, and that'll still give me enough time to quickly jump on
on the house lake. If you've got a night, if you've got 2 nights, if you've got a whole weekend, probably don't be totally confident you're going to get it bang on and pick that swim and it be the right swim for that session at that time. You know, keep those eyes open, be prepared to move, try and cover a bit of water just to find where those fish are. And I feel like over the last sort of 36 hours we have done that. We've moved rods around lots of different areas, tried different tactics. I'm going to finish it off now, an hour in here with the zigs. I don't want to jinx it, but that did feel like it bumped the fish. Sometimes if you've got a good enough drop, you'll feel like a twang on the line, or sometimes even in deep water, 2 or 3 as you go down. Oh man, that mad felt like it was tightening up as well. Maybe I'm just cold and really tired. Another zig prepared, 2 little maggots on a black bit of foam. I'm just gonna dip it in a bit of the citrus syrup. Just maximum attraction, minimal time, and then to really add something special, dip it in that citrus extract powder, give it a good coating in that. And that is literally my best chance. Over on the house lake, 2 zigs here. I'm going to put a couple of bottom bait rods out now, just grab some sawn-offs out of the motor. I think those over rods are a tad excessive. And yeah, I put a little bit of bait in probably a couple of hours ago. And I'm just hoping that maybe something's creeped in on it. It's only shallow in here, I don't really want to be dropping big leads out. Roll on those proper spring days. It doesn't get dark till 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It starts getting light first thing in the morning, 4 o'clock. Oh, they're the days I really like. But every day now, daylight's just getting longer and longer, and the carp know that. Makes them more active, more hungry, and more catchable. Well, that is the session come to a close. Didn't manage to get one at the house lake, but I'm not bitter about it. I probably didn't give it enough time, and to be honest, to have caught 5 ridiculous carp out of Bramble Mere in difficult February conditions, yeah, I'm super happy. And best of all, I got to spend it with Ollie. I'm really looking forward to our next session out again together. Hopefully it'll be in the spring and the weather will have warmed up a bit more, the fish will be more active. But the tactics that I and he would use, they won't really change. We'd get there, we'd look for those fish, whether it be day or night, stay on our toes, and use some bright baits, bright citrus, pop-ups, hinges, zigs definitely. And if the venue permits and you can get away with using maggots and the nuisance fish haven't completely come to life yet, it's another great tactic for this time of the year. For now though, big drive home. I'll already be dreaming about the next session.